This week, and if you saw the title of today's live, are you going to have a productive week? It should be right there on the screen. That's this morning as I was writing in my journal. That's what I was thinking about was a productive week. And it doesn't matter if you have your own business or you work for someone else. It's so important that your week is productive. And I don't mean just productive in work. I mean productive in your relationships, productive in your spiritual life, productive across all areas of your life. So, are you planning a productive week? I want to read you what I wrote this morning in my journal. The very first sentence, I said, "This week will be the most productive week of my life, the most consistent week of my life, and the most fulfilling week of my life. This week will set the stage for the rest of the year." So let me ask you something. Are you ready? Are you absolutely ready to have the most productive week of your life? I am. I am so ready. I announced 3 weeks ago that I was tired of living small, that I was going to live my life in a large way. And I don't mean in a puffed up, hey, look at me, look at all I have. I mean, I'm going to do everything I can in service to everyone I can. And y'all know that I got hit with a lot of things that week. Actually got very sick that week. So, I kind of got derailed, but not deterred. I mean, the wheels came off the wagon that week, but I still had it in my head. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I sat down this weekend. I worked a little bit because I took Friday off for the most part. But I worked a little bit Saturday, but it wasn't work. I sat in the living room, let some movies I'd never seen, just kind of play in the background. And I took all my notes and I just got everything together. I got a notebook. I have to show y'all. I love my notebook now. If y'all know anything about me, I love Tool. I love their pens. I love their notebooks. This is actually the Happy Planner did this one, but it fits on the Tool rings. If you want to know more about that, just holler at me. But I set up a notebook and I went through all my little scraps of paper and put everything together. I have a system set up now. And that's what part of it's about is a system. You've got to know what you need to do before you can plan to be productive. If you just go into your day not knowing, you have no idea what you need to do this week. You have no idea what you need to do today. Maybe you have an inkling, kind of a fuzzy picture of what's going on this week. You're not going to be productive. I'm sorry, you're just not. You need to have a time to prepare. My time is Sunday afternoon. So after I had listed and put a lot of things where they needed to be, then I turned around yesterday afternoon and started planning out my week. And I've done some of this before. Last week I was getting some of this ready. And I have actually set up a calendar for content for what I'm going to do there, what I'm going to do each day. So then today, hey, Shoshana, you just listen on, sister. I'm ready to roll today. You can probably tell that. I'm glad that you're getting something out of this. But I sat down and actually wrote out for my business, I need content and I need content every day. And if I don't plan ahead, I'm going to end up willy-nilly. Yep, that's a term. I'm going to end up just posting whatever, whenever, and it's not going to make sense. If I want to grow a business, I have to have a plan. But that's the way it is in all of life, in every bit of life. Whatever you need to do, you need to clean your house, you need to declutter, you got to have a plan. You need to cook meals each week. You got to have a plan. You got to go grocery shop. You got to get all that together. It's no different in your business. It's no different if you work for someone else. I used to work with a guy that every morning when he walked into his office, before he did anything, he sat down and looked at his plan. I don't remember if he wrote it out before he left the day before or wrote it out that morning, but he was looking at that plan and he knew exactly what had to be done, when it needed to be done, and he was very productive. So this week, I want to encourage you, get out there, look at what you need to do. Stop right now. And if you're driving, please don't. But we stop as soon as you can and write out a list of what absolutely positively has to be done today. Look at your week as a whole. What do you need to do this week? What What are your goals this year? If you haven't set goals, get into my group. It's listed in the comments, or excuse me, in the description. It's the Unstoppable Woman Project. And that's what we're working on. That's what we're working on, is becoming unstoppable women in there. And I encourage you to join me there. And I'm about to do it. I announced it about a week ago, and I've moved the date out. But on February the 7th, we're going to do the confidence solution. So I'm going to be teaching on how to grow confidence if you don't have it, where your confidence should come from. So that'll be coming up in a couple of weeks. Join me. Invite your friends that you know would benefit from the group. Okay. So that's what I'm doing, what I'm looking at this week. That's part of my productivity. I have everything lined out. And again, if you don't line out your day, if you don't line out your week, you're going to end up at the end of the week and you're going to wonder, where did the time go? I got nothing done. I got nothing accomplished. If you work for someone else, that could get you fired. So let me say this. If you work for yourself, don't treat yourself any different than you would if you were getting a paycheck from someone else. That is not fair to yourself. That's not fair to the people that you're serving in your own business. It's not fair to anybody. So I'm going to go. I'm going to tell you this, though. I hope you have the most productive week ever. If you want to talk about it, reach out. Join my group again. It's called the Unstoppable Woman Project. You can see the link in the comments. I want to tell you that I love you. More importantly, God loves you. You have a blessed and productive week.